Hello. My name's Everything Explained, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite people in the world, even though I don't personally know him, Gordon Ramsay. And we're just going to be looking at the top 10 worst pizzas that he's ever been served. And before I start this video, I want to go ahead and tell you to like, subscribe, and if you have something that you want to see reviewed or broken down or just overall talked about, go ahead and leave that in the comment section because I'm doing all suggestions right now. So, like I said, if there's anything that you want to see just talked about overall, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, and I will have that video up within 2 days. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Gordon Ramsay. Probably not having good reactions to pizzas he's been served.
Which pizza do you think is the best?
Although running a restaurant can be tough, one would expect that a good chef can at least make a decent tasting pizza. Unfortunately for these chefs, even the basics were too difficult to achieve. So here are the top 10 times Gordon Ramsay was furious over a pizza.
Poo-poo platter. Come on.
The moldy tower of pizza.
How can you eat that? If you knew they were off, why didn't you say?
Gordon has rarely been so unimpressed by a restaurant's pizza quality than that of Barefoot Bob's Beach Grill. A common issue on Kitchen Nightmares is the quality of the food being prepared.
Bro, I swear I wish somebody would do that to my food.
Prepared.
No, I don't. I don't actually wish. Please don't do that to my food.
Than the cleanliness of the restaurant. You can get seriously ill if your food has not been properly cooked or prepared.
You don't taste that.
Even though Gordon didn't order the pizza during his routine taste test, he still managed to get his hands on some, and it wasn't a pretty sight. In the midst of looking through tons of frozen and expired food, he came across a stack of 25 moldy pizzas, all piled up together in a soaked, forgotten fridge, and it sent him into a furious spiral. Not the best
Bro, this place looks like it's under construction. What is going on here?
first impression, let's just leave it at that. Ramsay estimated that the restaurant had wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on spoiled food. With food standards this low, it's no wonder the restaurant was struggling. Despite Gordon's best efforts to help the restaurant, it eventually closed after going back to its original decor and menu.
Wow, what a shock.
It's grim.
Favorito del Nonna or Disgusto del Gordon?
This is disgusting.
So many visitors, but why don't they convert?
Well, what if you had a tool you could actually speak to and get answers from?
No way. Now we're not gonna find out. We don't find out.
When Gordon arrived at Anna Vincenzo's in Boca Raton, he was pleasantly surprised. Not by the pizza, but by the decor of the restaurant. But you know what?
That place looks very fancy. They put as much work into the food as they put into decorating this place, then I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even need Gordon Ramsay here.
They say, never judge a book by its cover. The biggest issue with the restaurant wasn't its appearance, but the food itself. Add in a stubborn chef who doesn't take criticism, and you've got yourself a ticking time bomb of disaster. After eating some horrible appetizers and buddy...
What the fuck is that? Maybe that can't be like pickle slices, can it? Skinned pickle, maybe? Skinned zucchini, the skin off a zucchini? I don't even know what the fuck that is, but it looks slimy as hell. It looks like green ham. Green turkey, maybe? I don't know. Green turkey slices? Looks gross, I know that. I wouldn't put that in my mouth.
Heads with the owner via the innocent waitress, Gordon finally tasted the alleged...
The waitresses and waiters are always so nice in this show. Always bringing Gordon Ramsay a bunch of shit knowing he's not gonna like it. And then he's always like, hey, sorry, madame, and all that. But anyway.
Best pizza served at the restaurant, the Favorito del Nonna. And let's just say it wasn't love at first bite. Gordon described it as completely dry, bland, and boring, with a little touch of sogginess in the middle of the pizza.
That was bad.
Even stranger still, the pizza was topped with broccoli, one of the most universally hated vegetables. The owner replied with a friendly comment saying Ramsay didn't know anything about pizza because he was British.
Donkey!
That's racist. No, I don't think that's racist. It might be racist. I don't know. I guess that's like a junior hate crime, but that's not a nice thing to say. British people know tons about pizza.
Gordon attempted to turn this family restaurant around, but it was hopeless. The world's most bizarre pizza.
That's not a pizza. It'll taste terrible.
Yeah, but that's the idea. You make your own pie.
In an attempt to fuse two incredibly popular dishes of the 21st century, Sushi Co. in California tried to create a sushi pizza.
Oh my fucking goodness. Japanese pizza. Japanese and Italian cross. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to try it.
The attempt was
You're not supposed to judge before you try something.
not exactly a flaming success, at least not according to Ramsey.
Well, if Gordon Ramsay didn't like it, then that's the end. You don't question it past that.
The restaurant's specialty item was no better than their other food failures of frozen salmon and overnight soup. The waitress told Gordon that the dish was made of rice, mayo, cheese, salmon, and crab.
Oh, never mind. That does not sound like a good time.
Despite the waitress's warning, Gordon decided to order it anyway. Gordon took one bite of the dish and immediately spit it out and smashed his napkin on top of it to hide its hideousness. He then took a stroll down to the kitchen to express his discontent with the nefarious pizza. After reprimanding the owner
Oh my goodness, Gordon Ramsay, I know you be up in these people's face, cussing them out like they're your children, but I advise you to take a step back. That dude probably know like 7 different forms of martial arts.
and the chef for not wearing hairnets in the kitchen,
Nice hairnet. Yeah, what do I gotta be the lunch lady?
Gordon couldn't hold back, saying that the sushi pizza was a disgrace to both the pizza and the Japanese culture, potentially one of the harshest criticisms ever given on the show. Nonetheless, Ramsay did his best to help
Man, if that wasn't the fakest smile I ever seen, whip me across the face and call me a slave in the old days, 'cause good lord, that nigga's like, once Gordon Ramsay leaves, we're going back to our old ways.
the owners out, but Sushi Co. ended
I love Asian people. I used to date an Asian girl back in the day. Asian lives matter.
up closing its doors. Too little, too late.
They just forgot to unlock the door, that's all.
Catastrophic calzone.
Absolute disaster.
Hang tight.
Catastrophic.
That does not look that bad. I mean, it looks really cheesy and messy, and all the cheese fell out of the calzone, so it's definitely messy. But bro, I guarantee you, man, a couple bites of that, oh, I'd be steaming.
Calzone.
Absolute disaster.
When visiting Pantaleone's restaurant in Denver, Colorado, they served Gordon a wide array of Italian
Okay, hold on a second. That just looked like meat on some bread. We're gonna.
restaurant in Denver, Colorado. They served Gordon a wide array
If that's Italian food, I'm never going to Italy.
of Italian cuisine. However, one of the most unappetizing items had to be the
Shit looks like a fucking shell. That shit looks like one of those fucking oysters you used to crack inside, and your parents will tell you hear the ocean if you put your ear to it. That shit doesn't even look edible. Dog, you're serving you knew ahead of time Gordon Ramsay was coming to your restaurant or establishment or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, this is what you're serving Gordon Ramsay? You sit in the back of the kitchen praying to God that this goes well, knowing this is what you served Gordon Ramsay. Common sense ain't so common these days.
chef's calzone. Named after head chef Pete, Pete's calzone was easily one of the largest meals Gordon had ever been presented with. This calzone was practically an entire pizza folded in half. After some profanities,
That's probably what he did too. Like, he probably was like aware of like the traditional way of making a calzone, but he probably just took a pizza and just turned it into a taco.
were said about the looks of this overly stuffed calzone, Gordon took a bite and did not have anything nice to say about the taste either. With a mouthful of raw onions and ice cold
Wait, what? Onions, ice cold pepperoni? Oh my goodness, never mind. You know what? I'm sitting here like probably hungry watching this, just like, oh, that looks good. But ice cold pepperonis? I don't even know what to say about that, bro. Except tell him to take a bite. You eat these raw pepperonis. That's ridiculous. You paid for this meal, and the pepperonis are ice cold? Unless Gordon Ramsay's exaggerating, which I doubt. I doubt. My girlfriend told me this show's real. which I'm not gonna get into that, but uh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, but putting the onions in pizza, I've never seen that before. Like, unless it's like some kind of like veggie pizza, but that was a calzone, so I don't understand why it had onions in. That's a weird combination.
Nice to say about the taste either. With a mouthful of raw onions and ice-cold pepperoni, he declared it a hideous meal.
And you got no calzone, eh? Wait a minute!
Word got back to the kitchen, and Pete was less than joyful about the news. With a dish that
Are you kidding me? Man, Gordon, like I said,
Word got back to the kitchen, and Pete
I said it before and I'll say it again, bro. Like, hey, Gordon Ramsay, like, I know you be up people's face in Hell's Kitchen, but god damn, bro. You up in these fucking old, like, I mean, that other dude, like I said, I'm not trying to be offensive, but, bro, that dude looked like he can start fire with his hands. He looked like he knows some ancient kung fu, some super martial art that can, like, probably, like, I'm not even gonna get into this nigga's powers. This nigga might be listening to me. And then you like messing with this dude, insulting his calzone. Bro, this nigga look like he is in the mob, bro. This nigga look like he will track you down no matter where you are. Look like he got a loan shark looking for your ass.
was less than joyful about the
You insulted his hot pocket? Bro, he killed a nigga who he had, no, I'm sorry, he didn't kill a nigga. He had a nigga killed who owed him $5. And you got the nerve to walk up in his establishment and insult his hot pot, I'm sorry, calzone? That's even worse. It's not even just a hot dog. You insulted his calzone. You called the pepperonis frozen. He's gonna freeze you, my nigga.
news. With a dish that big, the most important thing is to make sure the whole thing is cooked and hot. Crispy on the outside and soggy on the inside isn't exactly the most appetizing taste ever. The calzone is a classic pizzeria dish loved around the world. However, Pete's calzone at Pantaleone's ended up being a major
Oh my goodness, that's just a fucking shell. That doesn't look cooked thoroughly. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey man, maybe the mob hit is worth it. Maybe the mob hit is letting that nigga fucking. Maybe it's worth it letting that nigga know, hey, this shit is not gonna fly. This shit is raw. I can hear Gordon telling him it's gone.
disappointment in Gordon's eyes.
Disappointed!
Baked potato pizza pie.
You're pulling my plonker now, aren't you?
If a pizza arrives at the table and Gordon's immediate reaction is to say, "What is that?" then it doesn't bode well for the rest of the dinner experience. One of the strangest pizzas he had ever seen, the loaded baked potato pizza at J. Willie's in Indiana,
But can't you just leave pizza alone? Why the fuck would you put potatoes on pizza? What kind of sense does that even make?
did not set the bar super high right off the bat. Gordon
Bro, like, okay, never mind. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? That better be like some kind of like creamy cheese or something, because I swear, if that's fucking mayo, smoke that nigga.
was
Put that nigga as a fucking pizza topping.
so shocked by the funny-looking pizza that he asked the priest who was eating at the next table to bless his food.
Oh my goodness, how convenient is that? What are the chances that there's just a priest there to bless your food because you're worried about eating it because you know it's shit?
Just stay away from the 3-bean salad.
You're not the boss of me.
But needless to say, God wasn't on his side as he took his first and last bite of this loaded pizza. He compared the ranch dressing to wallpaper paste and sent it right back to where it came from. The layer of oil on the pizza did not impress Gordon either. Overall, a very disappointing pizza, especially if you were looking for that tangy marinara sauce. But no, instead you get this, wallpaper paste. Yum. It's always great when a restaurant wants to push the boundaries.
I swear when this video is over, you guys know exactly what I'm going to go get. Taco Bell.
In terms of ingredients and recipe creativity. However, the quality has to meet the mark too. J. Willie's did not make it despite the recipe improvements and closed down a few months after Ramsey's visit.
Darling, crying's not fun.
Mama Maria's Monster Mess.
It's too greasy. That's just full of grease.
From the moment Ramsey stood outside of Mama Maria's Italian Ristorante in Brooklyn, he could already tell by the shabby appearance that this was going to be an interesting ride. The staff and the owner did not greet Gordon's arrival with a burst of excitement, but rather with a lot of awkward looks and snarky comments. Gordon became hopeful that the rude staff was the issue at this restaurant and not the actual food itself. He's proved wrong after he receives and tastes his frozen-looking meal, and doubly so after a quick stroll around the kitchen. With moldy desserts on his plate.
What? Bro, what? I swear, I hope that they just did that for the cameras. Because if they actually serve that to people, I swear, they're killing people. They're catching up in the league. They are scoring points. Because I swear, bro, you can't eat that and be okay. There's no way. There's no way that that is edible. I swear, if you ingest that brownie, that's going to be the last thing you ever eat.
Dirt and dust around the restaurant, and an overly oily pizza,
Now, I'm not gonna lie, that pizza don't look bad. I'll tear that shit up.
unwelcoming staff was only the tip of the iceberg. After some time pondering, he realized that no one tasted the food before it was sent to him, which is a pivotal step in any chef's process. The employees were on the verge of losing their cool after Ramsey told them he had
Did that guy throw that pizza box?
chef's process. The employees were on the verge of losing their cool after
Dude said, "How dare you insult my cooking?" That nigga takes his pizza making skills seriously.
Ramsey told them he had just had one of the most disgusting lunches ever, insulting their cooking methods.
I've just had one of the most disgusting lunches I've ever had.
Following a somewhat bustling rush hour, Gordon came to the rescue of the 55-year-old Italian restaurant and redesigned the entire menu, getting rid of anything frozen and coming up with new, exciting recipes.
Damn, this turned into a health Italian restaurant. That like sliced ham, maybe Canadian bacon.
Thanks to Gordon's help, Mama Maria was able to turn itself around and no longer offers one of the greasiest pizzas Ramsey ever tasted.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think the greasy pizza might have looked. That shit looked way better than whatever Gordon Ramsay just made. Man, maybe he shouldn't have came by. Cause like they said, yeah, he gave us like a new perspective on the direction that we should take our menu and what we're serving to the customers. But if we're being real, like I mean, what happened on the business what happened on the business aspect of things? Like, I'm sorry. Just make sure my camera, no, even if it didn't, fuck it. But anyway, like I said, business-wise, are they doing better now? Because, I mean, bro, if you serve me the original pizza that they had, and then you serve me Gordon Ramsay's pizza, I tell you throw that shit out the fucking window. That original pizza, that greasy shit, bro, that shit looked amazing. I'd eat that shit every day for the rest of my life. That's how good that shit looked. I probably wouldn't actually do that, but that shit do look good.
Grainy, bland, and the potato was just dreadful.
Poor prosciutto pie.
People come here to try to set us up because they think it's funny, because they have a hard-on for Gordon Ramsay.
He is coming for me.
But he is.
I'm coming for him.
Oh gosh!
Happy Halloween, Michael.
Get him, Grandma! Get him, girl!
I had a weird dream about a website building platform called Duda. I was sailing near the water.
Man, why am I sitting here watching this shit?
Yep. While you may have watched Gordon wreak havoc in disgusting kitchens filled
What the? That shit, that looked like black Play-Doh.
with mold, bacteria, and rotting food, the issue at Amy's Baking Company had little to do with the kitchen's quality control and all to do with the actual food. Chaos and inedible pizza.
Bro, what is it with what is it with Gordon Ramsay going up against these mob bosses? Look at this dude. Dude looked like he was like one of Tony Soprano's friends. Looked like he was a background cast member of The Sopranos or some shit. This nigga look like he's the Sandman from Spider-Man 3's father. Good lord, like bro, I know you're Gordon Ramsay. I know you might have served on like some British naval ship or some shit like that. Maybe you fucking like cooked for the army. Maybe you was over in Kabul while they was fucking over there doing all kind of fucking World War III type shit. But I mean, dog, don't mess with the mob, and then don't mess with them Asians either, because they'll kick your ass. But this dude right here, This guy looked like he got released from prison last year and they gave him a job here. Like, why would you insult this guy's cooking?
Actual food. Chaos and inedible pizza were on the menu.
Again, and again, if I'm being real,
The actual food. Chaos and inedible.
If I'm being real with you, that pizza don't look that bad. Bro, compared to some of the pizza I get at Little Caesars, that shit look amazing. I don't know. I'm not 100 on that flat crust. I can't even lie with that. But overall, that pizza, it don't look that bad. It looked like something you get from Little Caesars. Not little. It looked way better than Little Caesars. It looked like something you get from like Streets in New York or something like that. Some little local joint. But it don't look bad.
Pizza were on the menu of this now closed restaurant. Although the owners were extremely confident in the crisp crust of their pizza, Gordon strongly disagreed when they served
Oh my goodness.
him the prosciutto pie.
That pizza?
Of their pizza, Gordon strongly disagreed.
That piece of pizza, that looked pretty good. I don't know what those, I'm not sure about those toppings because, like I said, I can't tell if that's ham or Canadian bacon, which I don't agree with that as a topping for pizza. But cheese-wise, sauce-wise, that looks good. That crust needed thicker like my women. Kidding. I have a girlfriend. Don't be mad, babe. But anyway, yeah, that right there, as far as the crust goes, that's a big no. Toppings also a big no. But the pizza itself, it doesn't look that bad. But I mean, I would not serve this to Gordon Ramsay. Like serving this to Gordon Ramsay is like fucking like serving McDonald's to like some kind of like I don't know, like going to the like Nobel Peace Prize awards or some shit like that and showing up with chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Like you can't do that. It's Gordon Ramsay.
Agreed when they served him the prosciutto pie. Not only was the crust nowhere near the standard that had been promised, but it was also completely undercooked.
Pizza's breathing!
And in some bites, just straight out inedible. Gordon went on to voice his remarks to Amy, one of the owners, but that was all in vain. She refused to accept his critique and claimed that to her, there was nothing wrong with her pizza, even though you could clearly see the half-cooked dough dangling in a pool of grease. In addition to the cook.
Never mind. I take back what I said. That looks nasty. That looks like salsa. That looks like fucking salsa, like salsa and chips that you get in the beginning for an appetizer when you go to when you go to Philberto's or some shit. I swear, that looks like salsa or throw up. But I'll be nice and say salsa. But man, serving that shit to Gordon Ramsay, you deserve to be yelled at. You served this shit and we all see it on TV. You were serving the shit for America to see. And this is what you gave us? Man, shame on you. You deserve to close down. Sorry, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but look at that shit. That shit looks like it glows when you turn the lights off.
Cooking time issue, Gordon also noted how oddly sweet the pizza tasted.
Oh my fucking goodness. I don't even want to know the reason why.
The owners continued to defend their precious, unpalatable pizza, and finally...
What the fuck? I mean, like I said... because like I said, man, I done had pizza from some strange spots, but I just have to see it in person. Because like I said, my standards for pizza is probably like 10 times less than what Gordon Ramsay's is, so I probably would smash on that. I'm not even gonna lie. That pizza would probably be gone. You know, they probably would get paid. You know, they probably would have a satisfied customer within an hour. Cause I probably would take that pizza apart. I don't know what was in that background plate. That looks like a big bowl of Mars melted or some shit. But that pizza, I don't like. I also, like I said earlier, I don't like flat crust pizza. I think that is a disgrace. But enjoy the crust, cheese stuffed crust especially. I swear I'm gonna go get some pizza once this video's done. But I can't. I'm sorry. I gotta say Gordon's tripping. That pizza. I can't say that pizza doesn't look appetizing. Whatever's in the background in that bowl, that big bowl of shit. I understand him, and it looks like he ate all of that. Unless maybe that's just like mixed in dishes. But whoever had that, they finished that shit. They was just hungry, had never eaten before, or they just loved it because they finished that shit. Maybe Gordon don't be needing to change some of these recipes because whoever plate that was, yeah, they finished that shit. Actually, fuck that shit. That's probably a coworker's plate. A nigga probably made that shit himself.
Gordon had enough. He told them the pizza was raw, soggy, wet, and too sweet. And
damn, he went in on him 6 different ways.
After being yelled at, he walked out, leaving the owners to fend for themselves. If Gordon Ramsay tells you your pizza is...
Like I said, that pizza doesn't look bad. You can't tell me if it was lunchtime, you wouldn't fucking just go grab 3-4 slices of that. That pizza does not look that bad.
Bad, it might be a good idea to listen to him.
Or it might be a good idea to just base the pizza off your own opinion, because that shit actually doesn't look that bad.
It's not gonna work here. We stood up to Gordon.
I'm gonna make a fucking video actually looking at Gordon Ramsay's food one day. We're gonna do that soon, actually.
Ramsay, we're gonna stand up to the world.
Grocery store.
Calm down, bitch. We're gonna stand up to the world.
Or style.
Pizza man! Pizza man! I got pizza here! Who wants pizza man?
When Gordon arrived at Charlie's Italian Bistro, he fully expected to meet Charlie himself. But turned out the owner of the restaurant was a woman named Tatiana. When they served Gordon his food, he expressed how this was one...
See, that is pizza I don't want. That looks like it came straight out of a vegan shop or some shit. Some vegan store. I don't know, some place called Veggies Pizza. Like I said, I don't fucking know, but I would not eat that. That pizza does not look good. That looks like something somebody who's trying to be 100 would eat. Nigga, like I said, I eat like I eat, and I'm gonna go when I go. I'm not trying to fucking be on that health game shit. Keep all that healthy fucking shit for Olive Garden or wherever it is, bro. I want some goddamn pizza.
One of the worst Italian food experiences he had ever had. After he ate some raw toasted ravioli...
Bro, you would think these niggas are fucking, serving to, kids or some shit. I mean, look, we haven't even seen exactly what this is, but I swear, that looks like whoever made that shit threw up on it before they gave it to Gordon Ramsay.
Along with a weird-looking pink lasagna.
Oh, that's lasagna. Oh my fucking goodness, I thought that was potatoes and gravy. That's lasagna?
He was hopeful that the pizza, an Italian staple, would redeem...
Hang tight, I gotta see that ravioli real quick.
After
Man, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, that way they fucking, I don't know if that's Alfredo ravioli or some shit. I don't know. I mean, presentation wise, I give it a 6. I'm gonna start rating all these foods. I give that a 6 presentation wise. Taste wise, I bet it's a 1. I'll give it a 2 because I like to be nice, but I bet that shit's a 1. I don't even want to know what Gordon's reaction to that was. I know he didn't like it, but he probably ate that shit and just spat it out and then just. What are you thinking, serving me? Did you taste this before you gave it to me, Gordon Ramsay? Did you taste this? Then they got that random trumpet or whatever the fuck comes in the background in Hell's Kitchen. I swear, like I said, this nigga's shows be so goddamn extreme. Sometimes I be watching Hell's Kitchen and I be getting anxiety. Yo, who the fuck is about to get eliminated today?
After he ate some raw toasted ravioli along with a weird-looking pink lasagna, he was hopeful that the pizza, an Italian staple, would redeem the menu. But sad to say, it was just as terrible as the rest of the food. He even compared...
Damn. They said, this is Gordon Ramsay's pizzas, right? Yeah, it's Gordon Ramsay's pizza. Come enjoy.
Compared it to a store-bought frozen pizza since it was so...
Damn, bro, he insulted that nigga. He said, you're selling this shit for $20 fucking dollars. You should be selling this shit for $3.99. This fucking tastes like something that came out the oven, bro. Something I fucking find at Walmart or Target or some shit. Good Lord, he compared it to frozen oven pizza. Man, maybe y'all needed to close down.
Undercooked, cold, and of extremely bad quality. And funny enough, no one except Tatiana and the head chef Casimiro seemed to disagree with him.
Plonker.
His
shit. Like I said, bro, if Gordon Ramsay's calling you a clonker, close the restaurant down.
Harrison wasn't so far off after all, as he discovered tons and tons of foods in the freezers, including the pizza.
What the fuck?
After all, as he discovered tons and tons of...
I hope that's not pizza dough. I swear, if that's fucking pizza dough, then I'm the president of the United States of America, because that shit is old, expired, deformed, and plastic bag. I mean, I'm not even sure if he pulled that out of the refrigerator or not. I wasn't really paying attention, but I mean, fuck, that shit does not look good, man. Look at the way that shit just drooped the fuck over. Like, I mean, whoever bagged that shit did not give a fuck. Like, look like they was having a very bad day, taking the aggression out on that dope. Get the fuck in this bag. Nigga look like he beat the fuck out of that shit and just threw it in the freezer. Damn, buddy. I'm sorry, refrigerator? Whatever, wherever you store dough. I'm not exactly sure. I'm no cook. But, again, like I said, if you knew Gordon Ramsay was coming to your restaurant, you can't leave the dough just bagged up and unbagged in a fucking pan like this, bro. I mean, look at the fucking dough right there. It looks like it's like smeared on the pan. Like, you expect Gordon Ramsay to just look in there and be like, looks good, and then shut the fucking door? Like, no, bro. What kind of fantasy shit are you living in?
Of foods in the freezers.
And you know, look at the way he's kneeled over. You know he going to work on this nigga.
Including the pizza doughs. No wonder they tasted like frozen pizzas. Gordon pointed out that more does not always mean better when it comes to pizza, a concept that didn't seem quite understood by the head.
Bro, I swear, that nigga looks like he doesn't know what a dentist is. Like, that nigga has never had health insurance. I'm not trying to make fun of this nigga's teeth, but I mean, good lord, this nigga has never been to a dentist. Like, this nigga drove past that shit and thought he drove past the dentist's office and thought it was like a fast food establishment. This nigga don't know what's going on in the teeth game.
Chef. Gordon introduces his chef, Jonathan, who stepped in and helped maintain the restaurant's new standards after Gordon's exit, and the pizza became much more enjoyable after that.
Get in there. Get in there.
Yes.
There's my girl.
The Colossal, a pizza nightmare.
Damn, yeah.
If food don't kill you, the service will.
The name, the Capri Restaurant, gave this monstrosity.
Damn, bro, that shit look like a fucking, like, that shit like a taco pizza buffet. Nigga, that shit is packed. I'd tear the fuck out of that pizza. I'd rip that shit the fuck up, nigga. That shit look good. I ain't gonna lie, but again, like, I'm not Gordon Ramsay, you know. I'm just some black guy with very low pizza standards. Cause I eat Little Caesar, so you know all pizza is good pizza to me.
Monstrosity of a pizza was truly fitting, as customers knew this beast as the Colossal. This pizza was loaded to the brim with nearly every imaginable pizza topping. Yes, this sounds like it could be a fantastic pizza, loaded with flavor, but one look is enough to make your stomach turn, and this is exactly what happened with Gordon before he even took a bite. As he pushed the endless toppings around on top of the uncooked pizza dough, it started to look more like a grilled vegetable salad than an actual pizza. Just way too many ingredients on this pie. The waitress even told Ramsay the pizza had a bit of everything, minus anchovies.
Anchovies, you're
How you gonna have all that on there and not have anchovies?
so delicious. I love you more than all the other fishes.
Gordon wasn't impressed and called the pizza dreadful and hideous. The taller the pie, the harder they fall. After receiving some help from Gordon, the owners improved their restaurant and their reputation for a little while. But all good things must come to an end, and Capri closed its doors in 2019.
Oh, I see. I remember seeing some of this in like a compilation of Gordon Ramsay videos. I felt so bad because like the Gordon like shit on this dude, and he like went to the back of the store, just cried, and Gordon's like, hey, what's up, buddy? He's all like, I'm a failure. I'm like nothing, and like, he's basically, I'll never be like you. And Gordon's all like, easy. He's like, yeah, you know, baby steps. I'm like, bro, Gordon Ramsay, like, stop. Like, stop, bro. Like, this nigga, you got this nigga crying in the back of his own restaurant, bro. Just tell this nigga to close that shit down. But I hope everything's going for you, my guy. I hope everything's going good for you.
And the world said goodbye to the Colossal, without too many regrets.
My pizza never hurt nobody. Come again, sir?
The best and worst pizza in Denver.
Pineapple pizza.
Remember Pantaleones and...
They said Denver? They must have been high when they made it.
Denver, Colorado? Well, they have the honor to be another contender on this list, and they've even earned the #1 spot. Score! Considering the calzone didn't set the bar very high for any other dish, it should come as no surprise that their pizza did not fare any.
Damn, like I said, man, if I was hungry, it had been a long day, and the delivery driver show up with that, bro, that nigga's getting tipped. That shit looked good to me.
Better.
But I probably, oh hell no, like look at all the grease in that shit. Like I said, I'd tear that shit up. But why would you serve that to Gordon Ramsay? Like you're asking for it.
It was covered.
It's like bringing a fucking knife to a gunfight.
In a heavy amount of grease from the unreasonable amount.
Look at that nigga tapping that shit, bro. That nigga just look at food and get to work.
Of cheese and sausage. Gordon couldn't believe his eyes.
Is it wrong?
The pizza, which was supposed to be thin crust, was easily one of the largest Gordon had ever seen. When Gordon saw
like I said, bro, if that's a thin crust pizza, then I'm Madonna.
how gigantic, doughy, and oily the pizza was, he
damn, bro, if you ate that every day for a year, you'd be dead before the year was over.
Said that this was in no way the best in Denver.
What the fuck?
As the owner proudly claimed.
Oh, that's that mob nigga, Pete. But in the streets, they call him Petey.
Because of the chef's stubbornness to admit that his pizza was not good at all, Gordon conducted a taste test with 3 different pizzas with random different people on the street. Pete's Pizza, shockingly, came in last.
Surprise!
Finishing behind even a store-bought pizza. Ouch. But eventually, with
dang, his pizza was outliked by a store-bought pizza? Bro, your pizza gotta be trash. Like, I mean, like, dang, man, that nigga must be serving store-bought pizza. If it's like, I mean, cause they've mentioned store-bought pizza way too many times. Like, I mean, there gotta be something else behind that, but
with Gordon's
anyway.
help, the restaurant got a little makeover and began to earn its Best Pizza in Denver title back.
What? Oh my goodness. And then, like, at the end,
makeover and began to earn its Best Pizza in Denver.
When they do that little, like, fake hug, like, you know this dude is like, when I get Gordon Ramsay out of here, all this shit is gone. All this shit is fucking gone. All you are fucking getting your ass kicked, and then you're getting back to fucking work. But anyway, my name is Everything Explained. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, and you can check out my last video about Pooh Shiesty. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My last video is actually about Machine Gun Kelly. MGK, right there. It's just about MGK climbing up high stuff at his concert, climbing up the top of the towers or atop of the whatever you want to call it, holds up the venue stage. But that video should be right there again. Should be at the side right there. So again, let me know what you want me to talk about next in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.